All right. Uh, Day 8, I guess. Uh, so we're at day 8. They're a little over 35 ounces, so sort of where we were yesterday, which is good. We got a good response yesterday. I haven't gotten a chance to catch up with the list the past day or so, so I'll try to do that. Tonight I've been getting leaves in 2 yards, getting leaves up. We got that bad storm supposed to hit us tonight. Heavy snow is what they're saying for tomorrow. So, just an update. One of the things, it's sitting real well out in the weathering area that you've seen the pen. Not afraid of the lawnmower, leaf blower. Everything's fine. When I start to come after it to get it, it knows I'm coming and it's a little scared of that. Starts to bait, try to get away. Of course, it's tethered, so it can't go far, but it still seems to be pretty traumatic for at least me. I don't want that sort of aversion reaction. I might, since the weather's coming in, I'm done with pretty much, I might try to set up a place inside. It is the second weekend, and I've had the bird, so I might bring it in and sit it on a bow perch in the house, so that it can just be around in the mix right in between everything, and maybe get rid of some of that anxiety. I have noticed a little more out of this one being a later trap bird, in my opinion, contributes to that. So, we'll see. Yesterday, about this time, well, I guess it was probably an hour earlier that it ate. So, we'll see what it wants to give us tonight, or today, rather. And hopefully, we can make some progress. Of course, it ate 2 chicks. I did pull out a rat today to see if maybe that helps. And we'll go from there. And I don't know. I'm assuming that it can eat all this, and that's what I'm going to give it. I don't know what it's going to do for tomorrow, but maybe a change in diet I guess food type will elicit a different reaction. I can get it to step up here a little bit. Again, I don't know, that window being right behind the bird, I don't know how that turns out on the video. Here we go. Much better reaction today. So hopefully, I just don't want to get dirty. Oh God, don't take this whole rat. That's all we got, big boy. Come on. So maybe I might even, you know, I don't want to push it, but much better reaction than a chick. You know, that's pretty incredible. And I don't know, you know, if that's part of the issues we've had yesterday, but this is, holy cow, this is, let me give it one more bite and then I'm going to take it away. So this is actually a good thing. Don't want to get blood all over the floor. And that could have been it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it wants to move a little bit for it. It's definitely like, holy cow, what is this? Inside it was eating mice. It is a different looking bird today, and the weight may be a little higher than yesterday. So I'm going to set it here on this perch, and then show it this rat here. Oh man. And it's weird. It's almost like it's honoring, you know, almost like it's honoring me, and that it doesn't want to tear that off. So I tore a piece off that it could take. I've got some, you know, different pieces here. I just want to show it that, hey, this is your food. It's almost like, you know, with the least bit of resistance, this bird is kind of like, all right, no, I'm not going to take it. So we're going to do this for a little bit and see, you know, kind of where we go with that. I don't know if it's going to want to come to me or not. I think it's still a little unsure what's going on. I think it's still a little frightened of me. Definitely seems like it likes the rat more than it likes those chicks. We're gonna, you know, let those bites sit in, let the bird settle in for a second, and see what it wants to do here. My assumption is that it still wants to get away from me, that it doesn't want to come towards me, that it's not that it's not that hungry, but it's not that reluctant to give in. Well, it shifted a little bit. That's a good sign. Moving some food around in its crop. I mean, there's no reason for me to let it eat this whole thing on my glove. You know, it knows its food. It's very interested in this food, so we might as well take one more step. You know, got the whole head of the mouse. I think it's got it in him. It seems like a very strong-willed individual, and so we'll see what we can do. don't blame you. I wouldn't want that shit either. But I do. I really like this bird a lot. I think the strong-willed isn't necessarily a bad thing. It seems to be pretty mellow. And I think we'll get along just fine. So, maybe some hops here in a second. Look like it. It's going to shift a bit. I mean, it's definitely trying to figure out, what its next move is. You kind of see it when they're head, when they shift their weight a little bit and they get that side step waddle going on. Kind of that look like, is it down at my feet? No food there, no better option. I don't know. What do you think? As far as surroundings, I do have the garage door closed, just because I was a little cold from doing leaves, so I turned the heater on and closed the garage door. Don't know if that's would play a part in this, but we've been in this scenario before and it's not turned out this well. So I'm gonna give it a little more food. Try to get its mind back into the food thing. It's reaching. So, I want to encourage this behavior, this come get it behavior. Still a little twitchy. So some movements, sound. That's why I've got some awkward pauses going on. Trying to not mess up the moment in certain circumstances. Pieces are coming off this rat okay. Actually really good. It's getting, pieces, tearing that off, getting used to that. still a good bit of meat on. I mean, I'd say it's eating about half of it. So, we're gonna try to get it. We're gonna try to get a hop here. I think it's close, darn close. It's just one of those things about it trusting my glove for a perch to land on and advancing towards me, being a decision that it makes. I don't think that's what it wants to do, but it seems to be very interested in this rat. I need it back in that mindset of that, that mindset it wants to eat, attention to the food and not, what else is going on around it. there's a couple of pieces I think like of the liver and stuff on the bottom. It's working this fur off. It's kind of eating the inside out. Each time it takes a bite, of course, it's reinforcing itself. That's about the only reinforcement we can give it right now. So I don't want to stop that from happening, because right now it's just reinforce. It's doing it to itself. These are great things. Some of you might think, why don't I back up already? Well, I'm fighting the fact that none of our sessions have really been reinforcing at all because it hasn't been eating. So right now, that's what's important to me. I think we're going to get a hop, but I don't want to push it any further than I need to. I want the whole session to be positive. So I'll pull back some of this skin here because it seems to be going for the insides first. I want to get it eaten for a second. And then I'm going to really try to, push it a little further. There you got a piece. There you got a piece. Come on. Seems to just, it has these moments where it's like, oh, I want to go, but then I'm going to zone out real quick. We're almost there. We're almost where we need to be. If it hops to me, it's going to get this whole thing. If not, it just keeps getting bits and pieces, and that's okay. Either way, I want to give it this whole wrap because I really want to know how much weight that's going to put on it so that I can judge whether or not we can keep using the whole thing. Oh, we're in a zone out period here. Come on. Snap out of it, bro. We might have reached, yeah. We might have reached our maximum session limit here. Where are we at? We're about 25 minutes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up, let it eat the rest of this on the glove. That's what I want. And don't do that. Come on. Hopefully it doesn't try to bait out the window, because it really looks like it wants to try to, we've reached that threshold where it's like, okay, I'm kind of done with this. So I really would like to rein it back in, get it to finish this rat off, and put it up without a bait. I mean, it really looks like it wants to go somewhere. This is not what I wanted to happen here. pretty sketched out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden it got all weird. I heard something. You know, I heard something while I was on the perch about the time it got all weird. It was like somebody was walking around. Shouldn't be anybody. I mean, there really shouldn't be anybody out there right now. So I don't know what it was, or maybe it was a squirrel that had, kind of jumped right out here. As always, it gets one more chance to cooperate just because of one bait. I'm not gonna. I want it to learn that one bait doesn't end the session, but two baits, if it can't rein it back in, it's done. So reinforcement. Which is weird because, it's not cropped up. There's not a big crop on it. Don't like it. It's not interested in this food anymore. I wouldn't doubt it. Try to get it up here on the glove. This is what got it to eat before. There we go. It'll finish it off now. It's out of its zone. But trying to get it a little higher on the glove brings that food naturally up underneath it. A little closer. So there we go. Whole rat. I think it's a medium rat. I can't remember which ones we got from Rodent Pro, but it's either a small or a medium rat, I think. And see, now it looks normal. I mean, it's like looking for food. So weird. It's got these moments, and I don't know if... I don't know if that's something to do with a later trap bird or, getting over that hurdle. It's had a few more months in the wild on its own to become more wild. It's been tested more. That cautious nature, not just like, oh, this is part of the thing. It's like, no, this is really weird. So we'll see. I'm gonna put it back up, maybe try to put a place together in the house. Because if this weather hits, tonight, I might not be able to muscle my way out here. I don't know. I've got everything pretty much buttoned up. Like I said, when this weather hits the south, when we're not ready for it, it's not something like, oh, we don't have snow blowers, we don't have any of that stuff. You just kind of let it melt. You stay inside. So might bring the bird inside too. I think it's going to be good for it. So again, this is Saturday the 8th on day 8, I guess. Yeah. We'll talk to you guys later.